Two, one. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another reaction. Today we're going to do a wee bit more Gerry Cinnamon. We've done Disco last time, and I thought like that was maybe a good song to show Dan, like what he's like live and what he can do with the crowd and how people respond to him. But obviously that's a cover song, and it doesn't really get into like the details of some of the stuff that he writes about and sings about. So I thought we'd do War TV today, and I think you might get a sort of more general understanding of. He's a good songwriter, and he just has a lot of messages in his songs. That I think whenever you listen, if say if you just listen to Discoland, you wouldn't really know what he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Discoland and She's a Belter is exactly what I thought he was, to be fair. It wasn't until I started listening to you talk about his actual other songs and how good he is as a lyricist and all too. I didn't associate that there. Again, I associated my sister listening to Gerry Cinnamons, and she didn't have a great taste in music, so I kind of automatically dismissed him, which I shouldn't have done. Because when you start describing who he is and what he does, it was so far detached from what I thought he was. Yeah,
like he doesn't have a record label, does everything himself. He got to where he was completely off his own back and his own self promotion. He's like a working class lad from I think he's Glasgow, and like I love that. I don't know, it's something that I've always like I love the Oasis. I love like bands and artists that come from like hard working areas because I think they've got a really good perspective on life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you come from a certain place and get to where you are, like I think you're more knowledgeable, or you're just more maybe just more relatable to me and how I grew up.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
What it is. And it's just, I can relate to that.
It also means with no record label, we can't get copyrighted for it.
Okay, sweet. Well, we'll start this then.
Is that his actual name, Gerry Cinnamon?
No, it's Gerry something else. He changed it.
A town called the world, and the suits turn a profit, while the mayhem unfurls. They're all quick to make war, but they won't send their sons. Shout the odds like a gangster, but they won't hold a gun.
Of a Glasgow accent.
It's class, isn't it?
And I'm no scared of dying. I would fight any man. I might not be the strongest, but I do what I can. And I'm not that religious, but if God's got a plan, then I don't think it's bombing in a faraway land. And there's no use pretending that you don't understand. With your arse in the air and your head in the sand, you don't need me to tell you that's the way that it goes, because deep down inside, way deep down inside, you already know.
Even though this song's totally different than Discoland, not you can definitely imagine him doing a song live though. Just seeing the way his fans were to him, like they know every single fucking word. So I can just picture that him singing that there.
Also his last song on the album. So this isn't like think about it like that. Like he had his album and this is his closing song.
Like an outro.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just think like obviously it's hard to catch some of the lyrics because he does have a thick accent, but like he's obviously talking about war. That's obvious. But he's like, I like when he's saying like, you know, there's no point pretending that you don't understand. Like to me, I think he's talking to everyone. Like there's enough information out there now for people to know what's going on in the world. And like what he's saying, you're going to bury your head in the sand and not talk about it, and not like that's what I think that's what he's saying. It's like there's no point you coming to me and saying I just don't understand this. Whenever it's like, well, there's no real excuse now not to know what's actually happening in the world. You know?
You don't want to know, to be fair. I think that's a lot of people just want to live their life and not worry about these wars going on, like and these atrocities going on in the world. So like burying your head in the sand, that's what we all do to a certain degree. Obviously, maybe us lesser, but a lot of people don't even want to get involved what's going on in social problems and stuff.
I don't mean to offend, and add fuel to the fire. But we're all stood in silence while the head count gets higher. There's divided opinion every corner you turn. Now Nero stands laughing while the empire burns. And there's no use pretending that you don't understand. With your arse in the air and your head in the sand, you don't need me to tell you that's the way that it goes, because deep down inside, way deep down inside, you already know. It's a race to the finish, from the east to the west, 'cause we're all waking up now, but there's some try their best to divide us and conquer, like chickens and cows on the animal farm as the sun's going down.
Can pause that a second? Oh yeah, I'm the one who's pausing it. Forgot.
I'm listening to you.
Just that wee thing laying there, I thought was really good. Talk about like, was it what we call it, book, The Animal Farm it's called?
Yeah, it's George
Orwell. Obviously, it's about. I never read. Have you read it?
No, I've read 1984 though. This big one.
Yeah, but the Animal Farm is basically. I never read it, but I heard people talking about it. It's basically about a society in it. They use the farm as almost as a way of explaining society in it. That's what they're doing. They're trying to divide us. Like, have you all separated, like chickens, and you have cows, you have fucking all that shit. I never read the book, so I'm basically trying to base on assumptions. And I like that the way. That's what
I think it's about a group of animals who take control of the farm they live on. I don't know.
But it's all like represents.
Yeah,
society,
it's obviously
basically.
Yeah, it's a symbol.
Bigger meat. It's not about fucking a farm.
It's not Babe the pig.
No, it's not. That's why I stopped reading it. I was looking for it. I thought it was like a prequel to Babe the Pig. I was like, I thought it was a prequel to Babe the Pig. I was like, come on, I want to see a good fucking backstory here. But I think that's the problem that a lot of people forget, don't you? Like, what's going on? Like, they always do try to divide us, and that's what I hate about, especially where we're from here in Belfast and all too. Like, to try to divest Catholic and Protestants, nationalists and unionists and stuff, but as you gotta remember, like, working class Catholics have more in common with working class Protestants, so don't let them separate you. Like, they're your common man, not the fucking people who are rich. They're telling you, like, I'll stay away from it there. That's why I feel sometimes, like, for like Sinn Féin, DUP and all too, like, sometimes you gotta take away like the whole nationalists and Catholics and Protestants and shit and all too, because that's going to divide us so like way longer than we fucking needs to be. Yeah. Like, how long have we been like a divided as a city, never mind as a fucking country? You know,
people vote based on that rather than anything. Like, people vote for parties that even like maybe their top 10 policies they don't believe in whatsoever, but they still vote for them.
Because their family are Labour, or the family are Conservative, or their family are Democrat or Republican or Sinn Féin or DUP. It's like almost becoming that there. It's like, regardless what they stand for, you're still going to vote for them because that's who you are. And it's kind of built on a bigger thing that they're trying to divide everyone in society. They keep them fighting each other rather than like target or be aware of what the real problem is in society. I don't know.
And see, like, you can note, I think it's in this song because obviously I'm listening to it through your earphones, so I'm not really catching the whole thing. But there was a part of the song you can hear someone talking in the background. Do you know what movie that's from?
No, I didn't quite get it.
I think the movie's called The Network. I don't know if you've ever watched it, mate, but we should probably react to that actually because it's on YouTube. It's only like 2 minutes long. It's this news anchor in this movie that goes off on a massive rant about society. And like Gerry said, in loads of his songs, he plays that as like an undercurrent to some of his songs. Like in the song Lullaby, that's the start of the song, is that 2 minute rant. It's basically about like just completely everything that's relevant to what's happening today. It's about all sorts of politics. It's great. I think we should actually react to the monologue. Because if you've never seen it before, you might go, "Whoa, this is amazing."
I don't think so, like, but the more you talk about it, I'm thinking maybe I have, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, we'll finish this reaction first before
and then we'll do that one.
Alright, get back into it. Only a minute to go.
And there's no use pretending that you don't understand. With your arse in the air and your head in the sand, you don't need me to tell you that's the way that it goes. Because deep down inside, way deep down inside, way deep down inside, way deep down inside, you already know.
There you go, Gerry Cinnamon's War TV. So different from what I expected from after listening to Disco. To be fair, I don't think he's
like that is his closing song. So there's a lot more better songs on this album. You know what I mean? That are just like easier to listen to and just nice songs. But that's just how he closed out that album, and I thought it was a really good message. To be fair.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's something like that I on board with. To be fair, something I like listening to. I like listening to. Sometimes it's good listening to music, kind of detach you from society. But I like music, like even more hip hop, especially like Run the Jewels and shit, who are socially aware and they do like a social commentary on like society, not way. I like when artists do that there. To be fair, so yeah, it was a good song.
Yeah, sweet. There we go.
I love our reaction. Yeah, that was our reaction to Gerry Cinnamon's War TV. Any other Gerry Cinnamon's videos or songs you want us to react to, then let us know in the comments below. Cheers.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Just to let you know, we've got similar content available on the channel if you want to check it out.
We also do our own podcast called MCPodcasting, where we cover a range of topics from politics, sports and even movies.
We basically just talk a lot of shit.
We argue a lot as well on it there, but all the links are below. We're on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and is there any other?
That's the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, that's the main ones.
Just check out the podcast, and if there's any sort of videos you want us to react to, drop us a comment on the YouTube videos, and we'll be sure to check it out.
Or if you want to make fun of us, then go ahead. We don't care.
Be nice.
Be nice.
In fairness, we don't really get that many comments.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Okay.